Yes, and we are live. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, my friends. Yola Pypno-Crapanzano here with Coaching Journey with Yola. And I have such unbelievable treat for you today. You know, I always take you on a journey around the globe. And guess what? We're going to Japan today. We're going to meet my beautiful friend, Miyako, in Yokohama. Hi, Miyako.
Hi, so fantastic to see you, Yola. I love your energy.
Yes, so it's amazing. You know, you're already coming to us from the future. It's Saturday morning for you, right?
Wow, yes,
At
great, yes.
7:30 p.m.
Saturday
Friday
morning.
night on the East Coast of the United States. I just love,
Funny.
love, love every time we talk to tomorrow. So you tell me how tomorrow is gonna be.
Right.
That's so
Exactly.
awesome. So,
Awesome.
my dear friends, Miyako is a very, very talented young lady who is also my fellow certified high performance coach. We met throughout, I think, twice in United States in one of our certifications, I believe in San Diego, and then throughout a mastermind in Utah. Remember? Like it was
Yeah, I
awesome.
love that.
You know, our lives crossed paths, but I
Yeah.
will tell you another time that we were very close together, which we didn't know about. So
Right.
many years ago, when I was in college, I used to work as a tour guide, and my very first trip to Japan, I visited your city, Yokohama.
Wow,
I wanted
amazing.
to share you, besides other cities I visited in Japan, there was something that happened in Yokohama that was so close to my heart because, so we were sitting on this ferry and, you know, the ferry was leaving the port. So
Right.
through from the shore, paper ribbons, and people on the boat were holding the ribbons and people on the shore, colorful ribbons, and the boat was slowly moving away, and at one point all these paper ribbons broke and they were waving in the wind with this amazing music playing. I tell you, one of the most unforgettable experiences of my life, something so beautiful that Yokohama will always be in my heart because of that. So I am thrilled to have you and that you brought this memory to me. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much. And it's great honor for me to be able to talk with you in this beautiful your show. I always admire you, and you were every time I meet you were smiling, bright eyes, and that cheerfulness bring joy not
Yes.
only to people around family, but your students, your clients, and that's make
Yeah.
all the
And
difference
you
in.
know, I honestly have this quality of high energy. That's at least what I'm told about people, but I feel the same about you. So you are very much high energy person, and that's why I think we, you know, are drawn to each other. But I would like to make an official introduction, so I will tell my audience. By the way, welcome everyone who's watching us live on Facebook.
Woohoo!
Yeah, in a minute we'll check if anyone is actually watching us live, or maybe we can do it right now, so this way we can officially welcome some guests right now. And then if not, then we can obviously ask everyone if watching us on oh yeah, we have actually people watching us live. Please drop in the comments below where you're watching us from, what's your name, if you're watching us live on the replay. And if any questions come along, please drop them also in the chat, okay? So my dear friends, Miyako, like I said, lives in Yokohama, Japan with her husband. And Miyako is not only certified high performance coach, but she's also a founder of Stay Young with Energy a company, as well as Best in Me Academy. And Miyako is also an creator of two very special breathing programs. One of them is called True Breathing Program, and another is called This Aging Design. So you guys will find out, especially ladies. Miyako will be talking because she looks like she's 18, doesn't she? I'll tell you. I'm not gonna disclose how old she is, but she's a little older than 18. And that's because Miyako knows the secret, how to stay young forever, right, Miyako?
Yes, that's my life passion.
That's right. And that's what we're going to talk about. But before we dive into your area of genius, about talking about breathing, different methods and techniques, about how you deal with energy every day, I would love to ask you, how are you doing these days in Japan? How is the
Yeah,
COVID-19? Are you guys still in quarantine? What's going on?
yeah. We are also in quarantine, self-quarantine, but it gradually, getting up, lifting all these, boundaries. And so we are maintaining that social distancing,
Uh-huh.
course, and as much as possible self-quarantine. So for me, I work at home all the time. Like my husband going like once time a week and to go to work. But we have to be very, very careful because now, government allows to people to shop around, but
Yes.
with masks.
Yes. Yes.
So we have to be careful. And as I'm going to talk about like breathing, importance of breathing, but make sure to prevent or protect, your
Right.
environment. That's for sure.
Yes. Yes. And it's interesting how, it's so controversial right now. You hear such different information coming to people. One expert will say, go outside, don't keep the mask on, because
Right.
actually you don't breathe fully the fresh air. Another person says, well, once you're outside, you have to have a mask all the time. So it's very interesting how it is, but that's
Right.
not the main topic of our
Right.
conversation today. What I want to say is that I got really, really interested in your work. I remember vividly during our mastermind in Utah when you asked Brendan Bouchard a question regarding some work that you are planning to do, and you were actually considering what's the legalities about you using some work of your mentor, a man who is 93 years old or older,
Yes,
right?
currently. Yeah.
Right. And so it was and it was just caught my attention, that topic. And so I kind of like followed you after that. I checked out your blog, I checked out your work, and I was like, how fascinating that she's actually basing our high performance coaching in connection with all her breathing work, right? So Miyako, tell us maybe the beginning. Well, maybe let's start from this. When was the first time in your life that you knew you had it in you that you want to help other people?
Yeah. Thank you for asking. And I really thought about this because I think during your life, there is a point that you felt that something inside of you clicked.
Yes.
And that happened to me at the peak of my career at Kirin,
Yes.
where I was working as a deputy general manager. So I had all the team, do the assessment, all the negotiation, and I was enjoying that, environment. But what happened was that I took a medical checkup annually, and I was really good. I was kind of confident with my health, but at that time, it was like when I was 52. The doctor said, well, you need to check up, you need to do the mammography because there's some of the, we need to check whether you have a breast cancer.
Right.
And I thought, what? Right? I was so confident. But it was interesting because I had to make an appointment at a larger hospital. And it took 2 months nearly.
Yes.
To finally to do that mammography. It hurts, right? It hurts. What happened was I was okay, but during that 2 months,
You were nervous.
worry about what would happen to me. If I'm now having that energy or health, but there will be a time, when we might lose this.
Yes.
And when I heard the doctor saying that you are okay, but the girl sitting, waiting next to me with her husband, she had to go through operation. And we know that, breast cancer is, of course, curable and it's okay. But at that time, I felt wow, it's not somebody else. We have to say goodbye to this world. We are not living, eternity. And that's reality. And it's kind of struck me.
Yes.
And, I was busy, just sneaking out from my office to listen to, what doctors, diagnosis. And I said, what? Wait, what would I regret in this lifetime,
Yeah.
We
Interesting,
often
right?
regret.
Interesting.
I think,
That
what,
moment, it took that
yeah, that
moment
moment,
for you.
what I did is something, I already, accepted, but I haven't done that time. And once I asked that question, it's kind of, I downloaded, and I cannot let that question go away. So during that work time negotiation meeting with a supplier, I was always thinking about, what can I do, to serve? But do I have any talent, right?
Yes,
Because
yes.
I'm just I was working at the beer company, so I did negotiation, global procurement, all these things. But what I really can serve, globally, and I just remember, wow, yes, I'm now, alive and feeling energy much energetic than when I was 20 years old. And people ask me, how can you maintain that level of energy? And wow, so why not help
Teach them.
people
Yeah.
with this breathing?
With that skill that you have, yeah. And
Yeah, so
that
that
was
was a
my
moment.
next question to you, actually, to tell your story, because it is actually where everything started. I didn't say it kind of in the introduction because I knew it's gonna come up in a conversation. You
Right,
worked for 34 years for a Japanese beverage company in a
right.
corporate environment, where you started at 20 years old. You said how you had all these different stress levels, you couldn't sleep,
Yeah.
you had allergies, like such a typical, right, symptoms of overworked, very ambitious young woman who wants to achieve all these things in life. So take it from here and tell us what happened.
Yeah, so when I joined corporate, it's a large organization. I had to do a lot of, interpretation, and especially when I have to do the interpretation, all those work in front of the board member directors, like they are looking at you, what your English level is.
Yes, yes.
So I get, it wasn't, their energy, but I think I was putting a lot of pressure on my own without people asking me
Yeah.
to do that. I was the reason, the cause
Yes.
of putting all the pressure. So overwork, my nose kept running. I had itchy eyes. And I thought it's hard, right?
Yes.
Hard to climb the ladder. It's over 30 years ago. And so I wanted to change something inside. And I was lucky enough that I could but the book written by my mentor Kozo Nishino, and he was a creator of his own breathing method.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a breathing like a tree.
Oh,
So it's wow, it seemed interesting, and I didn't want to take any medicine because it
right.
get me sleepy.
Yeah.
So and there's something
You were
in me that
looking for
fewer.
natural ways, yeah, more
Right.
holistic
So
ways.
it's like virus thing, but if we were afraid, just afraid of what would happen tomorrow, and maybe our body is not resilient enough, I think it's limiting our potential. And
Yeah.
then I thought that, wow, if I change something inside, then something will change. So that was exactly what my mentor said to me on the first day of his lesson. Unless you change from inside, your external world would never change for you. So you have to always start from in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So big, so huge, right? And basically, I remember you wrote in your bio how a year later you were healthy, you had no more allergies, right? And
Right.
it's
So it's
amazing.
it's so amazing, and I still learning. After all these, after during my corporate, I was teaching the breathing in the after class and after work, and then I still find that everyday breath is different, evolving. And even my mentor, 93, he is feeling something of the difference. So I think, there is something that inside of us already that's still not kind of tapped in.
Yeah.
And there's a intuitive force, whatever we can call it, but thinking of that like a 2 million human evolution, have we actually, as a human being with physicality, mentality, emotionally, have you evolved? And that's a passion to me. So I'm still learning high performance and also learning subconscious and breathing and how I can blend those into something that bring people tangible benefit to
Yes,
feel.
and it's uniquely your program. I mentioned to you in our conversation before this show that for me, my journey with all the energetic approach to life and healing and breathing and meditations started very recently, only maybe 7-8 months ago. I never really paid attention. And now, knowing things that I know, I realize how often I lived truly without even breathing. Like I would be so stressed out, like there was no breathing involved. Like I was depriving myself from air, basically. That's what it was. Or being completely unaware of your breath. And now all this consciousness work, all this, grounding work, meditation teaches you exactly that, if you can find your breath, right? And then with Brendan, we learned a very powerful breathing exercises, a square exercise, which is by far my favorite so far, or the one that can re-energize quickly, the breath scaling. So it's a very fascinating stuff. And that's exactly where your expertise comes. And I am so thrilled that you will tell us a little bit more about this today, because from your point of view, breathing is not just that we should be grateful that we're breathing because we're alive, which is people also don't even think about that, right?
Right.
Great,
So
you're alive, you're breathing. Like how often we should wake up and the first thing, my God, I am breathing. Thank God,
Yeah, right.
But there are other things that you teach, the energy, right? That the fact that by proper breathing, you can just re-energize yourself. Can you please tell us more about that? That is fascinating.
Because, what we teach is that breathing like a tree, but people often make mistake of breathing, because they think too much in the head, right? Chatter, chatter, chatter. And when we do meditation, even meditation, when we want to quiet our mind, but after meditation, and we go into that, office kind of battle environment, I'm running out of breath. Or even like watching your TV, maybe holding your breath, watching like smartphone. It happened, but just be aware of your breath is one thing, but let that brain thing go away.
Yeah.
And secondly is that the posture. What I teach in this breathing is that you have to maintain, we have to have fill our, cup.
Yes.
Not only with air, but energy. And what I'm telling energy is like more of a scientific cellular level of energy. So how we not only take in oxygen, but how we activate our 60 trillion cells with breathing. So blood circulation, all these things comes, but let's use our entire body when we breathe. So when people often think that, when we have to breathe deeply, just think of this, the chest or diaphragm, all these type of things, but it lets you tense. So what we're going to do, we'll try a little bit trick on this breathing, but let that go. You have a body, whole body, and there's air, of course, around you.
Yeah.
And there's ground. So like observe tree, they're standing, they're rooted deeply into the ground, taking energy. And why can't we just it's a kind of theoretical, so using our subconscious level, but visualize. So you can stand up, posture is right. You open your chest gently and let that air in, out. So it's like not forceful thing. That thing I like is that everything analytical, your brain go away, or just leave it me alone, stop it gently, and just be you. So which means that when my mind is busy, oh, I have to pay the bill, I have to feed my children. Wait, am I breathing?
Am I breathing?
Am
Am I
I
breathing?
breathing? Am I breathing? So just taking air, nice air. And then suddenly we can shift our focus, bringing to body. So it's interesting, people, doing, after doing meditation like 40 years, but they still struggle to find connection with mind and body.
Yeah.
But it's with breathing, it allows us, I think that's a beautiful gift from our universe, that we have the right to control our breath, because we cannot control to stop our heartbeat. But this organ, or lungs, we were able to control how to take in, how to let air out, what will be the length that you can enjoy, quick breath, slow breath, like dancing.
Through the nose, through the mouth, right?
Yeah, so everything is controllable. So what's fascinating for me is that just be mindful and control that energetic level will be different.
Yeah. So Miyako, the program that you have, your signature program, the True Breathing program, is this based on the Dead Tree breathing method?
Yes. I learned that breathing from your soles of the feet. So not taking in air, but we also taking energy.
Oh, from the
in
air.
the soul, and circulate that. And then let all that stress melt down into that ground. So it's like a fascinating whole body breathing, while you are sending blood to the tips of your fingers and your soles. And now you see yourself when you just close your eyes and you see the feeling, the awareness of your body, like you're actually trying to understand your body, how your body parts work, like a baby.
Yeah, you actually focus for a second that it is a fascinating mechanism that we have. Like, we take everything for granted. Like, we don't even stop to think, because it's all like we think it's given to us. Okay, this is the most amazing mechanism ever created, right? And the breathing is just something that it's almost like that fuel necessary for this organism to function properly.
Yeah, function properly. So we like average, we breathe in 20,000 times a day, but just be mindful, like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't say all the time, but just make a habit of taking that deep, enjoying your breath. So maybe you can try it out here.
Yes, let's try it. Yes.
Yeah. So I want you to first put your palm, over your chest, and how tight it feels. Is there any stiffness? Then, as you exhale, let that air exhale comes out through your mouth slowly. Drop your shoulder. Slow, nice air coming out. As you exhale, you just feel that there's tension melting down. You feel soft muscles relaxing. And then when you feel that, then take in through your nose. Nice air coming in slowly if you can. Coming up. And then exhale through your mouth slowly. So you relax your neck, you will drop your shoulder, and then in. And out. So be playful, allow yourself. Allow your muscle to feel that softness. You deserve this.
Yeah, and it relaxes you. 2 breaths, and I feel like a totally different type of calmness on
Yeah.
me. Like it's your soothing voice on top of that too, but it's crazy. Like when I learned the breathing, the square breathing, you can be frantic, you can go crazy, you can be
Yeah.
you can do count for 3, breathe in, hold for 4 or whatever for 3, and then breathe out and hold. And it's just like this square breathing, and immediately you feel amazing, right?
Right.
And then you teach that breathing can not just energize you or sometimes calm you down depending on what you need, right? So there's
Right. So
different
it's
techniques.
purpose. You can use whatever. Once you feel energy, it will be a shield for you, barrier. So it comes like it's a relationship also. We do coaching, but nobody can hurt you unless you let that energy in.
Yeah.
So there's an energy vampire maybe around you. People
I
who
believe in
drain
that.
your energy, who attacks you. Okay, but I have this energy shield all the time. So of course we need to prevent, all this corona thing, but the body naturally have that healing power. And with deep breathing, it will strengthen that your immunity. So the reason why I'm so passionate about teaching this breathing is that I think this is a time for us to, like you just said about, be grateful what we thought, this is of course natural, and we forget to appreciate everything around you. But wow, without air, how can you live long, right?
Yeah. Or how fast you realize, well, let's say people who have asthma, and they describe that for them breathing is like breathing through very narrow straw.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I was congested, and all my sinuses was stuffed up. I couldn't breathe through my nose. And I don't remember what exactly happened, but I just imagine, okay, so what would happen now if, let's say, I couldn't breathe through my mouth?
Right.
I would choke. I could not breathe. I would die because my nose wasn't allowing me to take any air. So once you start realizing how powerful all this is, like, just a small moment, like 2 seconds, think about this, yes?
Yeah.
And also when you, let's say, do the meditations, the first thing that they tell you, take a deep breath, right? And I just say, oh my God, all my life I lived like almost without even noticing my breath. It was always this rushing. Yeah, I would slow down when I was in the beautiful places in the world, like when I traveled, and I would be like admiring places, and then naturally my breathing would slow down. But there was not that awareness. Yeah. So now I'm very, very happy that, better later than never.
Yeah, because first thing is that, I teach students is to be aware of how you are breathing. Only check like 3 times a day when you wake up in the morning, well, after lunch, and in the evening. Just be mindful, and then it will shift your energy and your day.
Yeah.
It's so easy, and anyone can do
Yeah.
without any tool.
Exactly. So what is your so basically just that mindfulness 3 times a day re-energizes you personally?
Yes. Mindfulness. And I'll do the breathing, exercise more often than others because I feel that like walking. So the method I teach is not just you need to sit here, like, close your eyes. Meditation is wonderful. You can still continue, and also double effect of that because the
Yeah.
breathing. Oh, I can immediately go to that relaxed state.
Yeah.
And while walking or jogging or even dancing, all these type of activity, we can use our breath. Just be mindful of the breath, and the technique that I teach
Yeah.
in the breathing
Yeah.
program is so fantastic because it's kind of save you time.
Exactly. and
Right.
then and then the next aspect that I wanted to talk to you about was which something that's extremely popular. People are trying to live forever, look beautiful forever, don't show
Right.
signs of aging, all these cosmetology, pharma and all these things. Everybody's trying to produce some sort of treatments to stay young, and here you are coming with a very disaging breathing method. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, my disaging program, of course, consists, main core is a breathing, but you have to have a good sleep.
There you
Yeah,
go.
to retain
Yay.
your energy because we are, receiving energy from the universe while we are sleeping. So that is also my core pillar.
Yeah.
And finally, building that anti-aging habits.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put, all these wonderful cream. Oh, that was fantastic. But also deep inside, you have to change from inside.
Yeah.
And that putting addition is not always work. Simple is best.
Yeah.
So just, when you like do the massaging, wash your face, you can use this breathing to get rid of wrinkle or that type of thing. I love to still experimenting. But here I would like to share a very important tip, which you already know, is to smile. And I'm not saying that smile for others, but my mentor always saying that when you smile, these muscles around your cheek is connected directly to stomach.
Oh, wow. That's
So
interesting.
it will enhance your digestion. And look, when you are so angry, your boss,
Yeah.
you have to fight back your boss. You
You get
cannot
and you
smile.
have stomach ache.
Yes.
Yeah.
So on that situation, we want to you want to be, and then just put your hands over your stomach and notice how stiff. So what we can do is to, of course, change from that physicality.
Yeah.
Like we learned in Brendan's coaching,
Yeah.
change our physicality and the energy level shift. So try to smile, and then that will relax your muscle. So when you relax your muscle, it lowers like hypertension to calmness. And you gain access to that peaceful mind quickly, while at the same time it's good for your beauty.
Yeah.
Facial massaging, it's like natural facial massage. I love your smile, by the way. So
Thank
it's
you.
like, and when we were like in hospital, we had an operation, we noticed that our cheek muscle won't move because the function, our muscle is so honest that when you are not using, you can easily
Yeah.
weaken within 2 weeks. So think of that, enjoy that your beautiful smile when you wake up and at night. And that, am I doing good to my stomach, myself?
Yeah.
And it will, and if you continue for 2 weeks, then that your muscle trained. And it will be easier and easier for you to put that beautiful smile. Like Yola, it's a kind of everyday thing. You don't need
Yeah.
to try it hard.
Yeah. Yeah, and and like I'm so glad you brought up the topic of sleep. In high performance coaching, we teach this sleep is like everything. So many people deprive themselves of sleep, like, and oh, I'm good, I can sleep 4 hours and manage, and it's no problem. 5 hours, I'm perfect. Oh no,
Mm,
no, it's like, yeah, you're perfect. You're like under serious influence of alcohol or drugs, and you perform okay, but you don't understand your body's suffering inside,
right.
and it's only temporary that you're okay. So yeah, the idea that I read you are able to fall asleep within 10 minutes of laying down in bed. I'm actually the same way. I have no problem with
Mm,
sleeping, and I know that some people have problems. They wake up at night, or they cannot simply fall asleep, and there is a lot of ways of treating that, and I had also videos about that in the past, teaching what you can do to help. But the
yeah,
breathing, I feel like, if you can calm yourself down with certain type of breathing, like, it takes literally a few minutes and you fall
right.
asleep, right? It's just amazing.
Yeah. So we, of course, it's kind of a technique, life technique that you can quickly take into your life. And look what happens, because when you have more energy like a shield, then you are not being hurt. You don't need to blame yourself, right?
Yeah,
But just enjoy the breath and blessing of breath, actually. And that will immediately change a mode to appreciate others.
yeah,
So there will be the shift, transformation inside of you happening. And I also to change my breath. I noticed that my level of energy increased, and I noticed that I look younger than my friends
yeah.
told me about it. So
And you
okay,
certainly you certainly look fantastic, and and there's no doubt about it. And this is the thing, that you are just a living, breathing example that this stuff works. If you are constantly stressed out, if you are constantly living like this stress ball, and you like this all the time, you're just killing yourself slowly. Every single day, you're taking away hours of your life.
yeah,
So just by introducing what you're teaching, just that mindfulness, that slowing down. Oh my God, it's so hard. Believe me,
right,
for years it was so difficult for me. I couldn't really
yeah,
understand how to do it. And now I feel more confident. I just like realize, where am I rushing? Like, where's that hustle, constant
yeah.
hustle
That's
for,
beautiful
you
questions, by
have
the way.
to calm down,
Yeah.
slow down, take a minute, and just start to enjoying what's around us. And when I meet people who do like a phenomenal meditation, they say sometimes, take this beautiful breath, and I'm like, what is a beautiful breath? Like,
Ah,
me breathing, and the beautiful breath is like, you really appreciate the clean air
right.
coming into you.
Yeah,
It is it's something that you gotta have it in you to really want to change something. I mean,
yeah.
again, we know people, oh yeah, yeah, I know it, oh yeah, yeah, it works for her, it's
Hmm.
not gonna work for me. Until you try, you won't know.
Yeah, it's interesting because to actually, reading a book and doing is different. So what I always tell is that I cannot breathe for you. You
Exactly.
have to discover your
Exactly.
power, because energy is also the same. I feel energy. I feel your energy, but I cannot feel for you. So
Exactly.
you have to appreciate those all the senses that you intuitively have, but who to explore? I can guide you, but you have to allow your body time
Exactly.
to explore.
Exactly. Yeah. Miyako, let's check if we have any questions from our friends on Facebook watching. And if there is no questions, I would
Right?
love you to introduce. I want to say thank you. If we have 63 people watching, very nice. But I would like to ask you, if you could possibly maybe introduce us, because you said to me you have some free resources on your
Yeah,
website
I
that
love it.
people
Yeah,
can access and actually learn more if they have interest in the topic. Yeah.
right. Because during this COVID, I thought that, wow, is there anything I can help people? So in my homepage, webpage, www.best-in-me.com. When you access that, you can get the free download video of my 45-minute program where I guide you to really check your posture and do some warm up and try that breathing like a tree.
Yeah.
And it's totally free. So please just try it out, be playful, and see what happens.
Yeah. And I love the fact that, there is something about that part of the world that you're coming from. I had a lady that was teaching us Chinese medicine the other day.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
And it was also about this grounding, about this breathing, about this natural forces and energy and this. And I said, we live in this Western culture, like, not that you don't have it in Japan, you have it as well. But I'm saying is this push and rush and let's go and let's go. And yet you can bring that calmness and that, moment of like a grounding. And I just very much appreciate you for that. And thank you very much for doing this amazing work, because a lot of people can save themselves, years of life, because if they don't take care of their bodies, their hearts, they won't last,
Right. And energetically, there's a sign that you receive, like my, my doctor checkup, I think I was pushing myself, even that time, and that my body sign bring me here.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I was still rushing, in that corporate.
Yeah.
But there's a sign that already happening in you. So just be aware of your breath. It will tell you the difference. Once you relax, then maybe you get so sleepy. It means that you need it.
Yes,
You
your body. Start listening to your body, right? Listening, your body tells you exactly what it needs.
Exactly. But when you are too busy and not allowing anything from your voice, physical voice telling you, hey, listen to me. But okay, you are not here, right? Yeah. Stop it. Okay, you lose that opportunity.
That's phenomenal. That's so good. Thank you so very much, Miyako. So please, to wrap it up, could you tell us if my viewers would have an interest, they can find you on your websites,
right.
And also, what is your Facebook group that you run for?
Yes, I run Facebook group called Stay Young with Energy. Oh, it's paid, still a paid, but I post daily about the mindfulness, awareness, how to learn from nature, or every day the little thing make great difference.
Yeah, I remember looking in your blog, you had these really cool articles, silly things, how to pick the pillow, how to properly, do this.
Right.
What to do before you go to sleep, how to, shower or bath, like silly things that people don't pay attention to can make such a big difference in everyday's life. And then you find someone, so I cannot sleep. Well, what did you do to help you now? Okay, you went to doctor and you stuffed yourself with pills. There is simple ways to do it. Yeah. So learn from someone who's really experienced this, and learn from someone who has such successful proof that it works, right?
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I keep learning from you. I think I will learn from all your listeners. And it's so fascinating that we all have that talent.
Yeah.
And why not put this out there?
Yeah, I cannot wait. I actually was sorry I missed your beta program, but I cannot wait, to learn how this all turned out for you, because that is going to be such a big work for people to be able to, just go on a journey and come on the other way like this, a brand new person, youthful, energetic, happy, like that's all it is about, right? Like why to live in this stress? And you were that at 20 years old, you probably were more stressed out than you are right now. After 34 years of working in corporate, you decided to let go, and now you're running your own successful business, and I'm very proud of you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Yola. I love your energy, and I love all this show. Wonderful, fascinating.
Thank you. Thank
Inspiring.
you are very special. I hope that we get to see each other again.
Yes, yes.
Actually, we just did the certification online this year because obviously we were supposed to be in California and it was turned
Yeah,
out to be online virtual certification. But let's hope that the world will open up and you come back to US. Who
together.
knows? Maybe we meet in another part of the world somewhere. Yeah,
Ah, yes, yes. Let's so co-create.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Miyako. I wish
Thank you
you
so
all
much.
the best.
Grateful for your
Yeah. And say
opportunity.
hello to your mentor from me.
Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you so much for your love and energy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao. Bye
Okay,
bye.
ciao. Bye, everybody. Thank you.